Ladies and gentlemen, hello. My name is Taher Kameli. I am an attorney in Chicago, Illinois. I have been practicing law for almost 30 years. Not yet. It's not completely 30 years. It's 29 years. And we have an office in Chicago and we have an office in New York. And I'm licensed in both jurisdictions and licensed in the United States Supreme Court. Recently, I hear a lot of people talking about immigrating to the United States through different ways that do not exist. And I want to let you know that there is a lot of rumors out there. There is a lot of scams out there that different ways that you come to the United States. So what I'm hoping to do today to educate you in regards to certain ways that you come to the United States, and that's it. So I'm going to go very slowly, and I'm going to explain to you the difference between different kinds of visas and everything else. So this is going to be a general conversation. I'm not going to go in detail into each investment or each project or each employment base, family base, anything else. So let's go one by one. The United States law allows individuals to come to the United States in two ways. One is called non-immigrant, one is called immigrant. The non-immigrant is called a visa, a non-immigrant visa. The part for immigration is called immigrant visa. Non-immigrant, you are coming for a short period of time or for a certain period of time for a specific reason. That's it. For example, if you're applying for a tourist visa, you're coming for a certain period of time, you're coming for a few days, few weeks, few months to be a tourist and to go to different places, see what the United States has to offer, enjoy yourself, and you're going to go back home. The student visa, you come for a short period of time to study, to get your bachelor's, master's, and to get your PhD or anything else, and then you're going to go back to your country. So that's why for non-immigrant visas, you have to show that you have to have an intention to go back home after your visit or for the reason you come to the United States. That's it. There are two kinds of visas called L1, which is called the intra-company transfer, or H1, which you're working for a US employer, that they have dual intent. So you can come in as a non-immigrant and an immigrant. You have both intentions. So non-immigrant visas are visas that you see starts with the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so on. B is for tourists. F, for example, is for students. E is for citizens of certain countries that they have a agreement with the United States that they can come to invest in the United States, or they do trade with the United States and their country. J is for researchers. M is vocational, for people who come in to learn a certain trade and go back home. And O is for entrepreneurs, for people in arts, sports, in different business. So it goes on and on. So these are the visas that you can get from the US consulate, and sometimes in the United States you can turn your visas. If you are here with the tourist visa, B visa, you want to become a F visa student, you can change them into each other. Okay, so these are the non-immigrant visas. Then we have immigrant visas. For these visas, you're coming to stay in the United States for an indefinite period of time. Remember, non-immigrant, you're coming for a short period of time or certain period of time for a reason. This one, you're coming in to stay in the United States forever. That's it. Unless you break a law, which we're going to talk about it in other videos. So how can you get a permanent residency? The permanent residency / immigrant visa / green card. So they have different names. People use it differently. But the idea is the following. There are 5 ways for you to get a green card. One is through family. Family is divided into certain categories. As a US citizen, a family who's a US citizen, You can apply directly. You can go straight, someone in your level, your spouse. You can go down to your children, either married or unmarried. You can go up to your parents. You can go sideways to your brothers and sisters. What does that mean? It means a US citizen can sponsor his or her spouse, wife, husband, can sponsor children from age 0 all the way to older, whether they are married or they are unmarried, can sponsor their parents, and they can sponsor sister and brother. Now, each one has a different category, that in that category, it takes a certain period of time for that individual to enter the United States. The law says that spouses, unmarried children under 21, and parents are immediate family, meaning that immediately they can come to the country. Now, immediately doesn't mean tomorrow, because now you have to go through paperwork, and the paperwork sometimes takes 2 to 4 years. It's funny, I know. But the law says immediately they can come to the country after you wait in line with the US consulate and go through the process and everything else. The US citizen also can apply for his or her unmarried child over 21. That category called F1, family category 1. That category takes nowadays, depends where you are from, it depends, but usually takes about 10 years for that child to come to the United States. A US citizen can also apply for the married children. The married children, it takes nowadays 15 to 17 years. And applies for brother and sisters, and they take about 17 years, 18 years. So each one has different categories. A permanent resident or green card holder can only apply for the spouse, unmarried children, under 21 or over 21. That's it. That's it. A green card holder cannot apply for mom and dad. A green card holder cannot apply for sister or brothers. A green card holder cannot apply for married children. It can't. So, and then that by itself takes a certain period of time, 3 years all the way to 10 years sometimes. So, all this information of how long these individuals will take to enter the United States, it is written, it is established by something called the Visa Bulletin. It's a document that is issued every month by the Secretary of State of the United States, and it shows what category, how long it will take for them to enter the United States. So, what we learn is that a US citizen cannot apply for grandma. A US citizen cannot apply for aunt or uncle or cousin. They can't. Even if they want to, they can't. A permanent resident, green card holder, cannot apply for brother, sister, or mom and dad. So that is a family base. So as you remember, we said in the family getting a green card, the immigrant visas. So here was a non-immigrant. Here was immigrant. Immigrant is in 5 categories. 1, family. 2, asylum. What is an asylum? Anyone who is in the United States legally, or if they have entered the country through non-immigrant visas, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and they are in the United States, they can apply for asylum in the United States, and they have to show that their life is in danger in their homeland. Or if they are outside of the United States, they have to go through a harder process, sometimes through the United Nations, sometimes through the United States consulate. So it takes longer and has a longer procedure and different procedure. Anyone who is in the United States and they apply for asylum is called asylee. Outside is called refugee. They're coming to the United States. That's the second part. Third one is DV lottery. The United States has this lottery, this literally lottery, that has every year, and it picks the name of individuals, and those individuals, they can apply, they can get a green card. Citizens of certain countries are not allowed to apply for that lottery. So basically citizens of countries that they have a lot of their citizens in the United States, including India, Mexico, China, they cannot participate in the DV lottery. The fourth one is something called private bill, something that if the United States Congress likes to give someone a permanent residency, they can do that. We don't see it that often, but it's there. 5 is through employment. The most common ones are family and employment. Family we talked about, now employment we're going to talk about. Employment is divided into 5 categories. Category 1, 2, 3, you are employee. You're coming to do work in the United States. 1, if you are amazing in your field. People who have PhD and they have done so much work in something so good, or if they are the executives of companies and they are coming to the United States to run as a head of an organization with so many employees underneath them, or if they are famous people in sports, in business, in arts, they can come and get an EB1 category, like the best of the best. Then we have EB2 category. EB2 by itself, EB stands for employment base, category 2, the second one. That is for individuals that basically they have either an employer in the United States, and this person who is overseas, they either have a bachelor's plus 5 years of work, or minimum they have master's degree, and that employer wants to hire them and bring them here. They have to go through a certain process. Or this person overseas has either a bachelor's plus 5 years of work, or has a master's and higher, and they are so good, they have done something extraordinary ability that they can show that, hey, United States, if I come to the United States, I don't need an employer. I'm so good that I am going to be good for the national interest of the United States. It's good for the US to have me. Okay, you have to show it to me. But it's a good category. We have been able to get many green cards through that way. Or for people who want to self-petition, they are good also in sports, business, and arts. So arts, science, business, and sports. If you're good in those categories, you have international recognitions, people are talking about you, you have done something extraordinary, then yes, you can get your green card through that way. EB3 is for category of individuals that they have an employer in the United States, and that employer in the United States wants to hire someone that they cannot find anyone like that person in the United States. There is no qualified US workers. EB3 is usually separated into categories. 1 is for the category of the people who have 2 years or less experience, or people who have 2 years and more experiences. That employer has to be a real employer. There are so many things online now. There's, as I say, there's this employer, that employer. The employer has to show that they have they are making money to afford this individual, and the employer has to show that there is a need for this employee to come and work from overseas in my company. Category 4 is for individuals that is called special immigrants, either people who are victim of family abuses, people who are into religion, religious leaders of the world, or there are special immigrant categories that changes many years. It's called sometimes Form I-360 that is used, or the US government can put certain individuals as special immigrants category. EB5, you're an employer. That's investing. You are investing in the United States in order to get a green card, but what you're investing in has to create 10 jobs. 10 jobs within 2 years of your application or your arrival into the United States. The minimum investment is $800,000 in certain areas, but anywhere in the United States, $1,050,000 is qualified. So each category is different. So to recap, these are the only ways you can get a green card. Don't forget. The most important thing for you to do is the following. If you're applying through this category of non-immigrant or this category of immigrants, number one, be honest. Number two, do not provide fake documents to the United States or any government. Don't do that. Number three, be real and answer questions correctly. 4, do not exaggerate. And 5, make sure if you're coming as an immigrant, you have an intention to come as an immigrant. And if you're coming as a non-immigrant, you're going to go back to your country at one point. You obey the law will work with you. Don't forget. And besides these categories, there are no other categories for immigration to the United States. I hope this video has helped you to understand better that how the United States laws work. Thank you.